So we're out here in the lower Niagara River just doing some swift water rescue training. We're training to put people in the water as well as to do shore-based rescues. We usually start the day off with a safety briefing, speaking about where we are, the hazards that are going to be associated with our training, and how we're going to mitigate those hazards. One of the things that we look at a lot is a thermal barrier. So even though it's a warm day today, prolonged exposure in this water can still lead to hypothermia, so we use thermal barriers. These are our Mustang MSD suits that we wear. They also are abrasion resistant, which will keep us from cutting ourselves on rocks or anything sharp. My name is Mitch Henry. I'm a constable here at the Niagara Parks Police Service. I also serve as a technical rope rescue and swift water rescue instructor on our High Angle River team. So that's what we're up to today, is we're doing some swift water rescue training. So you're gonna hear me say swift water a lot here. So when we talk about water that's swift, we're speaking to water that's 1 nautical mile or greater. The breadth of the Niagara River is going to cover that. Any water that we're operating in, we treat as swift water because it's going to be moving. Even when you look downriver and there's not big waves and rapids, if that water's moving, that's swift water, and that can pose different hazards than a pool or a pond. So depending on the time of year, the time of day, the time of season, where they're opening and closing the dams, this area of the Niagara River can get up to 15 to 20 kilometers per hour. Obviously, in water like this, we're concerned about drowning, so we use a high buoyancy PFD. PFD stands for Personal Flotation Device. These are our Northwater PFDs that are equipped with whistles and dive knives and a quick release tether. They're approved by Transport Canada, and they keep us up above the water, but still able to be mobile, do offensive and defensive swims. Things are unpredictable here. We live in a world of uncertainty. People can be in this water for all sorts of reasons and all different times of the year. The training and the equipment and the confidence in the training and the confidence in the equipment is really what's needed to be able to do something successfully. And getting out and practicing like this is really the only way that you can get that confidence. Doing what we call defensive and offensive swimming. Defensive, we're gonna have our feet facing downriver, head upriver, and we're going to watch where we're going until we find the time that we think it's appropriate to flip into an aggressive offensive swim to get ourselves out to a point of egress, or an eddy as we like to call it. Moving on from that, we usually move to our shore-based rescue, which consists of reach and throw techniques. You're going to see us use a lot of throw bag techniques, re-throws with sidearms, and really exercise those shore-based rescues. They're the most quick, efficient, they pose the least risk to our people. From that, we're going to move into our go rescue scenario, where we're clipped into our tethers. Our quick release tethers are attached directly to our personal flotation devices. They're going to be tended to by a person on shore. We're going to do our offensive swim out to our victim, secure them, and give our tap, which means you're good to pull us in. That's going to finish our rescue techniques, and then we move into our hazard analysis. A big one that we're going to worry about is entanglement, with our quick release tether being entangled. When that happens in a moving body of water, you're going to get a sensation of being pulled under the water. What you're going to get is that sensation of drowning and being pulled under and water rushing over you. They're going to have to pull what's called their quick release. This ball right here. Once you pull it, the force will pull all this through, and your tether's going to come off your back. You're going to be free-floated downriver, and our downriver safety here is going to hit them with a throw bag and rescue them out here. We work on that for a little bit just to make sure that our people are confident and comfortable in the water in the case of a self-emergency, and that they can self-rescue in that situation. Every 2 years is our recertification requirements under the NFPA 1006 standard, which we train to. Annually, we'll meet up with our community partners, Niagara City Cruises, Niagara Falls Fire, Niagara EMS, and Niagara Regional Police Marine Unit. We'll do what's called man overboard training every year, which is basically where we kick the season off and practice getting to victims that might be in the water. Any time of year, we're going to be ready to go in if we're called to go in. We have people that are willing to do it, and they're confident with this training. So throughout the year, we're ready to go.